In the year 2000, South Africa quietly released a small 2-cent coin into circulation, a coin so insignificant in value that most people barely noticed it. It slipped through fingers at grocery counters, rattled in pockets, and was often left behind on tables or tossed into jars with other forgotten change. At that time, few people believed such low-denomination coins had any future. Inflation was rising, purchasing power was shrinking, and the 2-cent coin seemed destined to fade into irrelevance. Yet history has a strange way of choosing the most unexpected objects to carry extraordinary stories. The coin itself was modest in appearance, struck in bronze-coated steel, designed to be durable rather than beautiful. It carried the familiar symbols of the nation, reflecting South Africa's post-apartheid identity at the turn of the millennium. The year 2000 was significant, representing a new era, a new century, and fresh hope for the future. Millions of these coins were minted, or so the public believed. They were used briefly and then slowly disappeared as the denomination became impractical for everyday transactions. As years passed, the 2-cent coin was officially withdrawn from active use. Shops stopped accepting it, and people stopped caring about it altogether. Children played with them, some were melted down, and countless others were lost forever. But among the vast number produced, a tiny fraction carried subtle differences. These differences were not obvious to the untrained eye. Slight variations in metal composition, mint alignment, strike pressure, and microscopic design details separated ordinary coins from the rarest examples. Collectors began noticing whispers about a specific batch from the year 2000. Some coins showed unusual minting errors, while others were believed to be trial strikes or experimental pieces never meant for circulation. These coins somehow escaped official control and entered the public domain. At first, they were dismissed as curiosities, but as more research was conducted, their importance grew. Documentation surfaced suggesting that a limited number were produced under special conditions during testing phases at the South African Mint. Over time, the story deepened. Records hinted at changes in material sourcing and minting technology during that period. The Mint was experimenting with cost-saving methods, and a few coins were struck using alternative processes. These coins displayed remarkable durability and distinct characteristics that set them apart. As older collectors retired and younger experts stepped in, interest in modern rare coins surged, especially those tied to historical transitions like the year 2000. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 2-cent 2000 coin is how long it remained hidden in plain sight. Unlike ancient coins or gold pieces, it did not look valuable. That is what allowed it to survive unnoticed for so long. Many rare coins are protected from the moment they are discovered, but this one lived a normal life. It traveled across cities, passed through countless hands, and witnessed daily life without anyone realizing its potential. As digital platforms grew, collectors around the world began sharing discoveries online. Images of unusual 2-cent coins started appearing in private forums. Measurements were compared, weight differences analyzed, and metal compositions tested. Slowly, a consensus formed that something extraordinary existed within this humble denomination. Authentication houses took notice, and once the first coin was officially certified as a unique mint variant, everything changed. Demand exploded almost overnight. High-end collectors, investors, and museums began competing to acquire verified examples. What made this coin even more desirable was its story. It was not just rare, it represented a moment in time when old currency systems were giving way to new economic realities. It symbolized the end of an era and the beginning of another, captured in the smallest possible unit of money. Another layer of intrigue surrounded how few confirmed examples actually existed. While millions of standard 2-cent coins were made, only a handful matched the precise criteria that defined the ultra-rare variant. Some experts believe fewer than 10 exist worldwide. Others argue the number could be as low as 3. Each discovery sparked intense debate and media attention within collector circles. The condition of the coin also played a major role in its rising value. Coins that survived circulation with minimal wear were almost unheard of. Finding one in near-perfect condition was like finding a needle in a haystack. Those preserved accidentally in sealed containers, forgotten drawers, or old mint bags became the crown jewels of modern numismatics. As auction houses began listing authenticated examples, prices climbed rapidly. Early sales shocked the market, breaking records for modern African coinage. Each subsequent sale pushed the value higher, fueled by scarcity and global attention. Private sales became even more dramatic, with buyers willing to pay staggering sums to secure ownership discreetly. Beyond its monetary worth, the coin captured imaginations because of what it represented. It challenged the idea that value must come from gold, silver, or age. It proved that context, rarity, and story could transform the simplest object into a treasure. People began checking old jars of coins, revisiting childhood collections, and re-examining items they once ignored. The 2-cent 2000 South Africa coin became a symbol of hidden potential. It reminded people that history is not only found in museums or ancient ruins but also in everyday objects. It encouraged curiosity and attention to detail, showing that sometimes the most valuable things are the ones overlooked first. Collectors who owned one spoke of it with reverence. They described the weight in their hands, the quiet power of holding something so small yet so significant. Museums expressed interest, not just for display, but for education, using the coin to teach about economics, transition, and the unpredictable nature of value. As time went on, the coin's legend grew beyond the collector community. Stories spread across social media, news outlets, and documentaries. Some accounts were exaggerated, others skeptical, but the core truth remained. A tiny coin once worth almost nothing had become one of the most talked about modern coins in the world. Today, the 2-cent 2000 South Africa coin stands as a reminder that value is not fixed. It evolves with time, knowledge, and perspective. What was once ignored can become priceless. What was once common can become legendary. And sometimes, the smallest coin can carry the biggest story, ending with a value that defies belief at $200 million.